Narayana Om Sarveshwara. Welcome all Adhyatmika Sadhakas. One more day, let us try our best to tune ourselves to the Lord with whatever the capacities we have right now, trying to increase our all abilities, capacities by conserving our energies, attentions, and also by asking the Lord Himself to bless us with the freedom from the non positive, distracting, disturbing inner and outer prakriti, so that our sadhana becomes unobstructed. Today, too, we'll have our chanting Taittiriya with Bhashyam, Yoga Darshanam, Mundaka in Telugu, Gita for Youth, Bhagavatam 12th. Today, we'll conclude our fifth chapter, or we have done it, we'll start the sixth. Then in the 10th, Raja Muchukunda Stuti, those 2-3 shlokas and Bhagavan's reply we will try to see in Adhyatma Ramayana, Valli, Sugriva and all, meeting Ram Bhagavan, all that. Today in our chantings we will be doing the Bhagavan Chandra Ashtotara Shatanama Vali. So whole day is filled with so many opportunities for us to try to tune to God, which is to be done every day. Only when it is done like that for many years, that slowly we start in line with Paramatma. It never happens to everyone suddenly with or without efforts or minimum efforts. We have to put continuous, constant, maximum, sincere, exclusive efforts. Let us start with our chanting. Today also we'll chant Shanno Mitraha 6 times. Remember, Sham Naha. Naha means to all of us. Sham means maybe you be blessed towards us and auspicious towards us, O Lord. May you do the best for us, for our survival and sadhana. That is the meaning of Sham and Naha. Sham मतलब हम सबके लिए शांति सुख सौभाग्य शक्तियाँ दो. Naha means to all of us. Mitraha is the god of daytime as well as Prana Shakti. Varuna is the god of night time, then Apana Shakti. Aryama is the god for our eyes, EYES. Then Vishnu is the god for our mobility. Then Indra is for our activities in the hands. Hmm. Then Brahaspati is the god for our buddhi. Vayu is total prana shakti as well as all types of shaktis. He is the direct expression of Brahma. So Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Asi. Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Brahma Vadisham. So I always consider you to be the Pratyaksha Brahma. My promises. Rutam Vadishyami. I study Shastra, that alone I talk. Satyam Vadishyami. I work, conduct in my life according to the knowledge gained from the Shastra. Tad Mam Avatu. Let that Paramatma Brahma protect me, the listener, the student. Avatu Vaktaram. May that Lord protect the speaker, the teacher, the tutor, the mentor, the preceptor. That the Lord protect both of us so that our coming together becomes a beautiful means for communication of the mukti giving tattva Brahma Jnanam. That is the meaning of this shloka. Now chant it smoothly, beautifully, giving up all restlessnesses or distractions, agitations in a prayerful, devotional, meditational, joyful mood as much as possible. Start. ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 keep on trying, keep on chanting. That's the only way we come out of tamas rajas into sattva after we don't know how many years of lives of practice. Keep on doing it. Any obstructions come inner and outer, pray to the Lord to give the strength. With the given strength, to whatever extent we can do, we have to go on doing. Whether it is chanting, whether it is meditation, whether it is study, whatever it may be. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधाजलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायने आज्ञवल्क्याद्य शंकरादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः समस्त साधनानां युत शास्त्राणां युत पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण समस्त विश्व अतिशीघ्र गतिना व्याप्ति द्वारा समस्त विश्व मानव शांति कल्याण एकता सामरस्यता आध्यात्मिक पुरोभिवृद्धि प्राप्त्यर्थम तत्कृत समस्त साधक भक्त सेवकानां सकलविध संरक्षण पालन पोषण शक्ति संप्रदान विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं च श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ यस्माज्जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभ्यः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ओम अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानंदवल्ली शांति मंत्रः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ सप्तमोऽनुवाकः। ओम असद्वा इदमग्र आसीत् ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग्गः स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत् सुकृतमुच्यत इति यद्वै तत् सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसग्गः ह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दे भवति को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेष आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाति यदा हि वैष एतस्मिन्न दृश्ये अनात्म्ये अनिरुक्ते अनिलयने अभयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अतसो भयं गतो भवते यदा हि वैष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवते तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषोऽमन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dear friends, what subject we are studying is of highly scholarly level. If only with our sharpened, made subtle intellect, if we are able to pierce through all these mantras, bhashyams, come to the crystal clear understanding of what is said, most of the doubts regarding Vedantic Lakshya, Vedantic Sadhana, preparation to reach to that Lakshya through Sadhana start becoming clear, along with the necessity need of this Adhyatmika Jnanam, Adhyatmika Jivanam, as well as Brahma Anubhuti. So these are all very secretly, subtly hidden in the portions which we are studying nowadays, especially in the Taittiriya Anuvaka. We are now into the seventh Anuvakam, two portions of it. First portion is repeating what is said in the end of the sixth Anuvaka. Sixth Anuvaka was the Krishna Yajurveda Brahmanam. Seventh Anuvaka is Rigveda Mantram. It's all quotation authority. Second portion will contain something again from the our studying Krishna Yajurveda. Then for it the quote will be there in the next Anuvakam first portion. So the whole our effort now is the Brahman Asti, Brahman eva asti, Brahman eva asti, Sarvatra, Brahma eva asti, Sarvatra, Sarva Rupa, Sarva Nama Rupena. This is the first portion we have to come to very strong conviction. Second, even though that Brahman is asti, Sarva Rupena asti, Sarva Vyavaka Rupena asti, even then, because he is Nirvyavahara, Nirvishesha, Nirguna, Nirakara, he cannot be recognized anywhere by the faculties, because our human faculties, whether intellect or man or senses, only Vishesha Yukta Vishayas they can perceive. This Brahman being Nirvishesha, it cannot be perceived by them. Secondly, the Brahman being the Atma Swarupa, Atma Rupena, you can come to the Anubhava of it, not understanding it objectively as an Anatma. It is an insult to the Atma if we understand it and leave it. It is to be experienced as the subject. So, in this, all the Anuvaka, especially 6th and 7th Anuvaka, this is that effort we are doing. Second is what? When he is everywhere available, what is the Upalabdhi Sthanam? Upalabdhi Sthanam is Buddhi Guha. Buddhi Guha is Panchakoshas. In that Panchakosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha. When the Vijnanamaya Kosha is becoming Laya, it is Anandamaya Nidra. When the Vijnanamaya Kosha is functional but extroverted, it is Vijnana Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha is active, alive, but not external, it is internal. That is called as Vijnanamaya Guha. कोश और गुहा में फर्क देख लेना. Kosha is that where we are using our Vijnanamaya Kosha's ability of knowing to know the outer worldly things, and then mind comes into picture, creates the desires, then prompted by the mind and its desire, senses, body, etc., they work in the world outside. Instead of that, when the inquiry starts as to this Vijnanamaya Kosha, how it is able to know the things, in that enquiry we go step by step into the truth or the self or the reality or Brahman. That is what Vijnanamaya Kosha Pravesha, entry of ours. Lord already entered there and is ready for us to recognize. Now in a meeting place, somebody has entered ready, other fellow also have to enter to have the meeting. So Brahman already entered Vijnana Guha, he is existing there as the Vishesha Jnata Drashta Manta Shrota, also is there as the Chidabhasa Chitta, and eternally as he is there everywhere as the Sat. Okay, so in this, finally, as Sat we attend him. That Sat Brahma is me. In this way, only the recognition of that Brahman is finally accepted or beneficial or to be achieved as. Tat Sat Brahma Aham Asmi. In that way, we have to finally realize. In that, please remember the other very important aspect that because I am that Sat Brahma, therefore anything other than that, which are mere imagination and projection, in reality, I am not it. When I am not it, all the samsara is there only in it. Therefore, that samsara will not touch me. That's called as moksha. All our struggle is before embarking on the experience, intellectually getting convinced about astitva of the Brahma, which is very essential because he is not seeable by any faculties. We may end up in saying that he is not there. And for you and I, after this much of repeated struggling and study, never ever should be any doubt whether we are able to answer others' queries, questions, especially of the Nastikas or not. That capacity, if Lord wants, He will give us. We will not struggle in convincing the people about. But are we convinced about one Brahma Asti, second Brahman Asti in the Buddhi Guha as Asti, third he can be known only through experiencing him as Asmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Fourth, while entering in that way to experience the Brahman, all the other kosha tadatmyas we have to leave. Without doing any of these vigorous exercises, all the Nastikas, just because the Lord is not perceivable through faculties, they conclude that He is not there. Yesam Kriyavina. So we are intellectually understanding. Therefore, we believe in God. We may have not experienced it now, but we are entering into experience it. Secondly, the same Paramatma comes in the form of avatar and does it. That avatar Bhagavan, you can have darshan through upasana. Are yaar, wo to karo. That also they don't do. And therefore, they say there also he is not there. Come se come logically you understand when a huge world is being created, maintained, and dissolving. How can it happen mechanically? How can an inert thing do anything? Somebody should be there, sentient and conscious to do that. Therefore, at least logically accept Sushti Sthiti Laya Karaka Lord. That also they don't want. In this way, those Nastikas are absolutely nasty people because they decided not to believe God. Anything you tell them, they won't. Just like the other religions other than Hinduism. They have decided to hate Hinduism. The offshoots of Hinduism also. Once they have decided, no, you lakh koshish karo, you cannot change their minds. That's it. A fixation होता है महामाया होता है. But those who hate Hinduism so much, they alone will be born as Hindus next time, as Brahmanas with the choti behind and doing daily yajnopavitam, daily the Sandhya Vandanam. That they say the story of that Akbar or someone. He was a great Brahmana, but so much hatred for these people, then next life is born like that. That's what they say. Some stories. So, by the way, they don't accept it. Therefore, let's not worry about them. We are studying Shastra. Shruti Mata and Bhashyakara are bringing to us all ways of contemplation and thinking by which the Brahma Astitva, Brahma Asti as Asti only, and he is in the Hridaya Guha and he is to be experienced as self. These are intellectual convictions, they are driving into our heart. Then that intellectual conviction never satisfies, never liberates. So the trupti and moksha will happen only when we experience it. Then try. That whole effort to experience will be then taught to us in the subsequent anuvakas of this Brahmananda Valli. So to third one, the Bhrigu Valli. Already Brahman Asti Iti was earlier also in 3-4 ways. Wonderfully it is explained. Akashadi Karyam has come from the Karana Brahma. So the Karya Akashadi, when they are experienced as is, how come their cause, the Brahman, can be not is or non-existent? He has to be existing only. Like that, so many ways which was already seen. But still, we believers of the senses tend to again don't believe or miss to believe Paramatma because he is not coming in our perception और व्यवहार. ये बार बार मन जो है हमको खींच के नीचे ले जाता है, बुद्धि के ज्ञान को हमेशा टिक के रहने नहीं देता. हमको करना है कि रिपीटेड स्टडी से बुद्धि में इस बात को टिक के रखना. ब्रह्म इज देयर एज एग्जिस्टेंस इन द केव ऑफ आवर ओन हृदयाकाश और बुद्धि गुहा, and there we have to recognize him as our own self. The whole process is what therefore? Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya withdrawn. Anandamaya not entered. Through Vijnanamaya Kosha, enter into Vijnanamaya Guha. In that Guha, the Vishesha Rupena Brahman is available. Through that Vishesha Rupena recognition of Brahman, step by step, you go to the Nirvishesha Rupa. The Vishesha Rupa is Jnata, Manta, Drashta, Shrota. Little less Vishesha Rupa is only Chidabhasa. Then the extended Rupa, not Vishesha Rupa, but inseparable Rupa of Paramatma is Chit Swarupa. Then the actual Swarupa of Paramatma is Sad Brahma, Sad Rupa. Please remember this Sad has no any except a word followed by an experience. We cannot attribute any attributes to it. No attributes, definitions can be there to that Brahman other than the Sat. Then all other words are only explanation of this. Sat is existence, is all pervading, the eternal, the immutable, birthless, deathless. These are all only to satisfy our by intellect. All these words are in contrast with the other objects of the world told about Brahman. They are all called the Tatastha Lakshanas. The direct explanation that is Sat Swarupa is Swarupa Lakshana. But to that Sat, Chit and Ananda have to be added, or Ananta have to be added to avoid any questioning by the questioner. When it is said Sat, the question will come, so he is Jada. No, Chit has to be added. When it is Chet, then a question will come, then he will be limited. Then it is said that he is unlimited. This is how Ananta. Okay? Now in this Anuvaka, sets of the 2, 2, 3 lines are there. 7th Anuvaka. We have seen the first set, we have seen the second set, third set we are studying now. First set is what? Asadva idamagra asita tato vai sad ajayata tat atmanam swayam akuruta. See how much memory power we have to have, how much of concentration we have to have, how much desire to learn, remember this Vedantic Jnanam and implement. That strong desire has to be done. For the sake of fulfilling that, how much we have to protect our antakarana from Rajo and Tama. Therefore, for that, how much we have to keep away the worldly things, worldly interactions. Therefore, unless these vigorous things are done, as we are going through now, coming and sitting in class, but nothing is happening, nothing will happen only. Therefore, once we have desire to realize Brahman, good, noble desire, now to make that desire fulfilled, we have to desire that all these qualifications that are required, them also we have to procure. That is why Bhagavan is teaching us bhakti and yoga sadhanas. Through them, when we make our antakarana very, very qualified for the vicharana of the Vedanta, then we can enter into those intricate understandings. And then only starts the real effort to abide in those understandings, which is called as contemplation or meditation. घबराना नहीं, हमको पता चल रहा है हम एक चीज को चाह रहे हैं, लेकिन उसके लिए किसी भी लायकपन हमारे पास नहीं है, तो बनो फिर लायक. When you like परमात्मा, you have to become लायक for परमात्मा. we like परमात्मा, फिर नालायक है तो मिलेगा नहीं. परमात्मा नहीं मिलेंगे. And nothing wrong, slowly let us. So you have to realize that means what? Just now from a stone and plant and a animal life where no use of intellect is there, intellect is not at all there, we have come to. Is it not? Some of the instruments never used. First time when they are given to the children or to any people in the office, etc. मुश्किल है. Like the till 88, 87 or 85, 6, सब handmade ledgers, registers होते थे. एवरीथिंग वाज हाथ से लिखना पड़ता था, घंटों लगते थे। बैंकर्स तो ओ रात 1-12 आदमी बच जाता था। सडनली फर्स्ट टाइम when the computers came, then the programming is done, data entry. It is a new one. हाउ डेटा हैज टू बी एंटर्ड। एक बार क्या हुआ, पहले तो ऐसा होता है 2 घंटा डेटा एंटर कर ली, बट सेव नहीं मारा। सारा वो कंप्यूटर को बाहर आने से आप करने सब डेटा चला गया। अब ढूंढते गए कहाँ है पूरा डेटा, मैं तो सारा टाइप किया था। अरे भैया टाइप से नहीं होता, वो यू हैव टू पुट द सेव बटन, सेव बटन करना है। देयरफॉर नाउ द नॉलेज इज व्हाट, एवरी 10 minutes go on that clicking the save button, therefore it goes on data. So we didn't know that. But now you see, even the women folk of 70, 80 years also, how much they are experts in cell phones and computers, etc. In every supermarket, every salesperson have the computer knowledge, because they have to feed the item, they have to feed the cost, then they have to bring out the amount, then the billing and all that. how सबको कंप्यूटर की जरूरत ही हो गई अभी। So yesterday I went somewhere, that Amma of 70 or 60 years, she's working on a computer, she is giving that bill. Earlier it was so difficult. So we might have come from that animal, etc. yoni, where using buddhi was never there. Therefore, our buddhi we are not recognizing, not only we are not using it, we are living life only as the body, only as the senses, little more as the sentimental at the mind level, and other capacities of the mind of human, projections, imaginations, carrying the loads of every nonsense. Therefore, intellect है, लेकिन वो इन तीनों से हटकर अपना मेन काम जो है, वेदांत श्रवण, वेदांत विचारण, वेदांत अवगाहन, वेदांत ध्यान, वेदांत अनुभूति। फॉर दैट द इंटेलेक्ट इज नॉट फुल्ली मेड फिट फॉर। थ्रू ऑल our karma yoga, bhakti yoga, ashtanga yoga, we have to make it. Then only the desire and the effort to study the Upanishads with the Bhashya and go into the deep, intricate understandings and their consequences when we practice them and experience, all of that becomes clear. Then only exactly sincerely, with the clarity of what goal to achieve, and what way the life has to be lived or sadhana to be done. With that clarity, we walk on the path. I mean, for us, everything is vague. एक तरह का निद्रा में हमारा मनोबुद्धि, दैट इज हाउ इट इज। Even now, with the way of activities we do, with the way of thoughts we entertain, with the way of what do you call entertainments we involve in, we are only making our intellects dull-witted only. भोजन जो करते हैं, बातें जो करते हैं, विचार जो करते हैं, कर्म जो करते हैं, ये सब मिलकर हमारे बुद्धि को और भ्रष्ट ही बना रहा है, नालायक बना रहा है, साधना के लिए लायक नहीं। That I have to recognize of mine, you have to recognize of yours, then we have to slowly protecting that antakarana, especially the intellect. Sharp, subtle, we are studying in Yoga Darshanam, Ekagra Chitta, प्रसन्न चित्त, शुद्ध चित्त, सूक्ष्म चित्त, तब जा करके we are aware, alert to listen what is said. After listening only, what is the meaning of it, we come to know. अभी listening ही नहीं हो रहा, हमको क्लास में बैठे हैं, 90% दिमाग इधर उधर ही भाग रहा है, हो रहा है कि नहीं बोलो। So we want to be healthy, but we have so many diseases, then each of them we have to remove. Spiritual health के लिए the mental intellectual diseases, nothing to feel bad or sentimental about, recognize it and rectify them. That is a whole day, whole life, those who spend for their preparation of their antakarana to be fit for the spiritual study, sadhana and unfoldment, they are called as adhyatmika sadhakas. Anybody other than is the dukru karane type, they are samsari. Now think with this definition, are we sadhaka? Definitely every day 2 मिनट, 5 मिनट, 10 मिनट बैठते हैं तो ध्यान के लिए भूल ही जाते कि ध्यान के लिए बैठ गए। बैठते हैं जप के लिए भूल ही जाते जप के लिए। बैठते पूजा में, पूजा हो रहा है लेकिन पूजा पता नहीं, action is happening physically. Mind has gone. Even now in the class, study of Upanishad, Brahma Vidya with Bhashyam, we are seated. But are we aware of all that goal? Are we aware of that to reach to that goal of studying Upanishad? Every sentence we have to study, contemplate on that, analyze that. So ये सब चीज़ों को हमें संभव करवाना है. That all capacities are there in the intellect. We have to enhance them or invoke them. That's it. Keep on doing that. That is why the need of Yoga Darshanam, without which the Shuddha Ekagra Chitta will not be available, without which Vedanta cannot be studied. All that are achieved with Guru Sharanagati. Staying all the time with Guru, in the thoughts of the Guru, all will happen. By the way, we just understood it, which helps us. बिकॉज इतना कर रहे हैं कुछ नहीं हो रहा, इस सवाल का आंसर है कि तुमको लग रहा है कि तुम इतना कर रहे हो लेकिन कुछ किया ही नहीं, क्योंकि करने वाला इंस्ट्रूमेंट ही वहां अवेलेबल नहीं. दिस इज द आंसर. नाउ सो असद्वा idam agre asit, idam is रूपनामात्मक जगत. अग्रे बिफोर इट्स मैनिफेस्टेशन, असद आसीत द अनमैनिफेस्ट नाम रूप स्थिति वाला ब्रह्म, जिसका नाम यहाँ असद दिया गया है, वो वाला ही था, वही था. ओनली दैट ब्रह्मन वाज देयर. ततः वही सद अजायत. फ्रॉम इट ओनली द सद रूप रूपनामात्मक जगत इज बॉर्न. The birth, is it like the father and son? No. Tad atmanam swayam akuruta. He himself only appeared as so many, or from himself the Rupanama unmanifest got manifested. So every Rupanama is fully filled at its every nook and corner with that Sat Brahma only, which is named here as Asat, because of in him the Rupanama are non-manifest. The Asadva Shabda for Brahman is only to say the unmanifest Rupanama Sthiti of Brahman. Asad is not non-present or absence. It is a pure presence. Clear? Then the second set of the two lines we studied yesterday. Ki tasma tat sukrutamuchyata iti. असद्वा इदमग्रासीत ततो वै सजायत तदात्मानग्र स्वयमकृत तस्मात् तत् सुकृतमुच्यते इति. This one we have seen yesterday. He himself made by himself without any effort, anybody's help, swayam krutam. Therefore it's called sukrutam. One meaning was that. Second, though it's not mentioned here, we understood the created manifest world is so beautiful. At every point there is wonderment is there. Okay, and helpful, useful for jivas, for their life and evolution, etc. Therefore, such a wonderful, useful thing is made, it should be sukrutam only. Second thing. Third, while creating world, he himself is there very much inside. He did not run away. Therefore, that also meaning of sukrutam. Then two more meanings that are again here is what? Ki sukrutam is what? The punya with which we get sukhananda, created by the Lord only. Okay, therefore sukrutam. Then the last one was important. What it is? Even dushkrutam also is sukrutam only. Point one. Sukruta dushkruta dono be attentive. Without Chaitanya Paramatma cannot be. Therefore, he is that way the basic cause of Sukruti and Dushkruti also. That's why that's the meaning of Tasma Tat Sukrutam Uchyate. अब इतना डिस्कशन का फायदा क्या है? फाइनली पर्पस कि ब्रह्मन अस्ति. Yesterday we came up to that point. If we are alert about it, यस्माद्वा स्वयं अकरोतु सर्वं सर्वात्मना. He himself made himself everything and he is there as the self of everything. Tasmat punya rupena api tadeva brahma karanam. So in the form of punya also that Brahman alone is there. Therefore sukrutam uchyate. He is called as sukrutam. Then sarvatha apitu phala sambandhadi karanam sukruta shabda vachyam prasiddham loke. Another thing is what? Anything done, it is endowed with the phala, whether it is good for karma or bad karma. So that way phala sambandh के कारण में सुकृतम ब्रह्म को कहते हैं. Okay, sarvatha apitu. Apitu means indeed, sarvatha always phala sambandha adi karanam. Sukruta shabda vachyam prasiddham loke. Why the Sukruta shabda is used in the world, especially for it gives the very good result. पुण्य कर्म तो ब्रह्मन है इसलिए पुण्य हो रहा है, इसलिए अच्छा रिजल्ट आ रहा है. तो अच्छा रिजल्ट आ रहा है क्या? ऑल ऑफ अस नो आ रहा है. व्हाई इट इज कमिंग? ऑल ऑफ अस नो बिकॉज पुण्यम. हाउ द पुण्यम इज हैपनिंग? दैट इज अ क्वेश्चन. बिकॉज ब्रह्मन इज देयर. देयरफॉर ब्रह्मन एव सुकृतम. Okay, yadi punyam yadi va anyat. Whether it is punyam or anyat, anyat other than punyam is called papam. Yadi va anyat, sa prasiddhi, the presence of both of them, punya and papa, giving their consequent result of sukha dukkha, that is the sa prasiddhi, nitya chetanavat karane sati upapadyate. Nitya chaitanya swarupa parabrahma rupe karana hai, if is there, then only these punya apunya karma are possible. Without that, the punya papa karma, which give the result of sukha dukkha, will never be there. Therefore, tasmat tat sukritam uchyate, having discussed it so elaborately, what is the conclusion? Tasmat asti tad brahma. Therefore, brahma hai sukruta prasiddhe hai. Because in this world, sukrutam is going on happening so beautifully. You know, if you count the sukrutam in the world that's happening is immense, eternal. And the sukrutam done by the clouds, the sukrutam done by the mountains, sukrutam done by the mountains and the rivers. All of them are doing sukrutam in this universe because of the presence of Brahman in them. Every insect in this world is doing some sukrutam in their lifetime in the world. It's only the human being, out of extra greed and selfishness and freedom given, does more dushkrutam than sukrutam, and again troubles the other beings, also the nature and himself. That is why he is the one who is getting kicked by the Lord more and more. दुष्कृत कोई कर सकता है दुनिया में तो only human being. See the cow, sukrutam is giving the milk, curds, and all that. Is it not the bullocks, bulls? See, they are plowing the land and all. Sukrutam. Even a small titili also, by shifting their pollen grains from one place to the other, becomes the cause of so much of creation. उसको वो सुकृत कर रहा है वो. And how much of the microorganisms are dissolving all the waste material we just throw out. Sukrutam is going on. The कोयल का कूकू से लेकर लायन का रोरिंग तक एवरीवेयर देयर इज सुकृतम. सुकृतम हो रहा है निरंतर. In that, through the sukritams happening, we have to recognize the presence of Brahma. That is what. Therefore, asti tad Brahma sukruta prasiddhehe. Therefore, Brahma asti. Then the intelligence which Shankara is training us in is what? Every explanation I am giving you, but then the purpose of every explanation is not the explanation by itself. The purpose of every explanation is to recognize the Brahman as asti. Our job is not to talk about Sukruta, Dushkruta and its result of Sukha and Dukkha. Our job is not anything external creation of Rupanama existing, manifesting, non-manifesting. ये सब हम सबको दिख ही रहा है. जो ऑलरेडी दिख रहा है उसको जानने के लिए वेदांत की क्या जरूरत है? वेदांत इज व्हाट अद्वितीय श्रुते प्रमाणम. अतीन्द्रिय विषय वेदाह प्रमाणम. द अतीन्द्रिय वस्तु विषय जो ब्रह्म है उसके लिए हम उपनिषद पढ़ रहे हैं. Therefore, asti, Brahman asti, that strength, that strong, the thought should be strong in our heart. Again, don't forget the sequence of those 5-6 things. Brahman asti, Brahman sarvatra asti, Brahman asti rupena asti, Brahman eva asti, and the Brahman is Hridaya Guhayam asti, and he is there as Visheshana Avasana and Sadrupena asti, and I have to recognize my identity with him, that's moksha. ये 6-7 बातें जिंदगी भर याद रखो, साधना करे या ना करे. अब याद रख ही रहे हो तो साधना भी करो. So this is over. Now, yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha rasagga hevayam labdva anandi bhavati. को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेश आकाश आनंदो न स्यात् एष हि एव आनंदयाति. This is again 3 or 4 beautiful sentences in the analysis of which we reach to the existence of pure Brahman. That's it. Then yada hi yesha etasmin adrushe anatme anirukte anilayane avaya pratishtam vindate ataso abhayangata bhavati. These are beautiful things. They have to be this particular anuvaka, as you gave time and mind to study the 6th anuvaka, We have to give mind and time to thoroughly understand. That's why I'm repeating what I said earlier day, and today we are seeing little bit of the new portion. There's only to feel that we are at least 10% of the Shruti Mata we are trying to understand, because we are giving time, we are putting effort. ऐसा भी ना हो कितना टाइम दिया लेकिन पूरा हमको कुछ मिला ही नहीं घर ले जाने को. ये सब मिलकर भी घर नहीं ले जाने वाले कुछ हो सकते हैं. If you have taken that milk or anything given in a polythene or a pot which has a hole, by the time you reach home, everything leaks out. So our leakable लीकेज वाले अंतरकरण है हमारा, तो जो भी सुना हम सब लीक कर रहे हैं, कुछ मिलता ही नहीं घर जाने में. सो ये सब लीक को बंद करके लीक प्रूफ बनाना है अपने अंतःकरण को. एनीवे, सो यद्वै तत् सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसगह्येवायं लब्ध्वा आनंदी भवति. कः एव अन्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेष आकाश एनंद यदेष आकाश आनंदः न स्यात्. The literal meaning of it we have seen that day, first day. Again we share in 1 minute, how does it matter? Then we go into Bhashyam. See, yad vai tat sukrutam. That is how it is sukrutam. Then the other reason for the existence of Brahman is what? Is sukrutam, that has proved the presence of Brahman. Now, another reason for which the existence of Brahman has to be accepted is rasaha. That भाष्यकार will tell. तो मूल मंत्र में क्या कहा? रस है. भाष्यकार क्या कहेंगे? रस है, इसलिए that indicates the presence of Brahman. This is भाष्यकार's version for explaining what? The sentence of Shruti Mata. What Shruti Mata said daringly, directly, raso vai saha. He himself is rasa swarupa. Then the Mata says, Shruti Mata, rasam hi eva ayam labdva anandi bhavati. So everybody is becoming anandi because of rasaswadana. That rasaswadana is existing or not for one to become anandi, having consumed it too. I am become happy by doing the rasaswadana. It can be any rasa. Here to pure Atma rasa, Brahma rasa ki baat ho rahi hai. You can talk about Navarasa, you can talk about Navarasas are all emotional. Any objects ka rasa. So objects is not important. The rasa we are talking. Now this will be the heavy topic which I have to talk for 3 days to you in our Yoga Darshanam. Same topic. Vitarka, Vichara, Ananda, Asmita, Anugata. 4 types of Samprajñata Samadhi. When I have to study, explain to you from this next sutra number 40, 41, 43, 40, नहीं 36, 37, 38 हो गया. वो वाले में ये सारे आ जाते हैं. That yoga वेदांत are going together. मणेः ग्रहेतृ ग्रहण ग्राह्य तत्स्तदंजनता समापत्तिः. Then after that the 3-4 sutras they all talk about this only. तो दोनों मिलकर हम पढ़े तो बात समझ में आता है. तो we are not talking about the source of rasa, whether it is स्थूल वस्तु और सूक्ष्म वृत्ति. But rasa आनंद हो रहा है कि नहीं? हो रहा है. Like somebody loves you, you are having the आनंद rasa inside. Is it not? Therefore आनंद का अनुभव हो रहा है कि नहीं है? हो रहा है तो आनंद या रस होना चाहिए कि नहीं है? तो देखो रस है कि नहीं है, तो फिर उस रस में हैपन है कि नहीं है. Therefore wherever there is rasa, it is a proof that Brahman is asti. That is in a flow Shruti Mata tells and goes. But you and I cannot understand it. So भाष्यकार explains that. उसका अर्थ ये है बाबा, श्रुति माता ऐसे भाग चल कर बोलकर भाग रही है, हमको धीरे धीरे समझना है. रसगह्येवायं लब्ध्वा आनंदी भवति means I am rasa लब्ध्वा आनंदी भवति. Now here I am rasa कौन? Not rasa anymore now. Brahma alone is rasa because रसो ऐसा बता चुके हैं. So जहां रस हो रहा है वहां ब्रह्म है. That is Bhashyakara will comment. Shruti Mata will leave it to Bhashyakara to explain. She will go ahead. Brahman alone is rasa. तो ब्रह्म रूपी रस को पा करके आपको आनंद मिल रहा है. However, in this world, everybody is becoming ananda sometime or the other throughout their life. That ananda proves the existence of rasa. The rasa proves the existence of Brahman. Then for our sadhana, rasa itself is Brahma Swarupa. Raso vai saha means that. Rasaka hivayam radva anandivat. Now, sometimes some things have to be understood by objection way. है ना? क्यों नहीं जाएंगे हम आप? क्यों नहीं आप बोलोगे? क्यों नहीं खाओगे? खाइएगा आप इज डायरेक्ट थिंग, क्यों नहीं खाओगे? इट्स अ क्वेश्चन, इज एन ऑब्जेक्शन. आपको खा के रहना ही पड़ेगा. हियर आल्सो कोहि एव अन्यात् कः प्राण्यात् ये एष आनंद आकाश आनंदः न स्यात्. सी आकाश रूपी मीन्स द इन्फिनाइट ऑल परवेडिंग निर्गुण गुणातीत ब्रह्म अगर नहीं है तो कहा अन्यात् कः प्राण्यात्, who will exhale and who will inhale. This is another thing again. Wherever the exhalation inhalation is happening, it is an indication for the astitva Brahman. So here see the subtlety of Shruti Mata by bringing into our cognition or notification. Notice all these happenings. Through that, be attentive. She is guiding us to accept the presence of Brahman. Okay. Second is what? That itself again becomes a process to recognize the Brahman. To recognize the Brahman. Therefore, प्राणापान हो रहा है कि नहीं, या और प्राणापान कैसे हो रहा है, बिना ब्रह्म का नहीं हो सकते. देखो ब्रह्म अस्तित्व इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड बाय प्राणन अपानन क्रिया. नाउ प्राण अपान क्रिया को ट्रांसेंड करके, छोड़ के नहीं, छोड़ के तो मर जाओगे. जिसके रहने से प्राण अपान हो रहा है उसको पकड़ो, दैट इज ब्रह्म. सो टू वी आर बिकमिंग आनंदी. आनंद बिकॉज ऑफ रस. Therefore, rasa and ananda are establishing presence of Brahman. Now, this is not only establishing presence of Brahman, again it becomes a medium or pointer or way of reaching to the Brahman. When we transcend the ananda, when we transcend the rasa, in whose presence the rasa and ananda is happening, that is Sad Brahma, that is me. So, through this knowledge, while recognizing Brahman to be present at the core of everything, by transcending the superficial, when we reach the core, we will catch the Brahman. When one becomes habitually doing like this, for such person, yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadaya. The one who has practiced thoroughly this one, the whole world is made up of matter, matter is made up of molecules, molecules are made up of atoms. All practice kiya mano ho. But then anything he sees, he only understands things are nothing but the atoms. And it's a fact. सब परमाणुओं से बना हुआ. So that is भौतिक लोग कहने का भौतिकवाद. हम क्या है? Everything is Sad Brahma. So Sad Brahma is almost there. We are recognizing. Nobody is not without recognizing Sad Brahma. But then क्या प्रॉब्लम है? That Sat is expressing as some रूप नाम, no? उस रूप नाम में हम फंस गए. And the रूप नाम is going on changing. Change we can't tolerate. That's called misery. Therefore, becoming doubly miserable. One, by not holding on to changeless Brahman. Second, holding on to changeful world of Rupanama, trying it not to get changed. Double samsari we are. We have to become double sukhi, double anandi, double mukta. How? Allowing the changeable world to change and catching the changeless Brahman as I am. So I am the changeless Brahman, and in me the changes are superimposed for my entertainment. Like ocean. Ocean is in infinite blissful state. And in the ocean, the waves are projected and gone. That is a celebration for the ocean that the waves are coming and going in it. So it is intact in its original form of being an ocean, and in it only the waves are projected. Ripples, tides, and all of them are projected and rejected. He is just getting entertained. In the same way, I am Sad Brahma. In me, the whole world of names and forms are coming, dancing, and going. So I am Sad Brahma bliss is there with me. I also the entertainment of the world coming and going is there with me. Therefore, I am no more samsari. When we abide in this knowledge as an experience, not an intellectual knowledge. Intellectual knowledge किसी को मुक्त नहीं किया. सुखो हेवान्यात् कह प्राण्यात् ये एष आकाश आनंदो न स्यात्. Therefore, conclusion, एष ही एव आनंदयाति or आनंदयति आनंदयाति. Shandasam dhairyam. This Brahman alone is making the possibility of ananda anywhere. Then two, three things are beautifully said. In this Brahman, which is Adrushya, Anatmya, Aniruktya, Anilayane, one gets established, It being one without second, there's no second thing. When there's no second thing, there's no Bhaya. Therefore, Abhaya Pratishtam Vindati. It's the most powerful topic of entire spiritual literature is this. You understand? Only one thing is called spiritual emancipation from the world standpoint. It is called as Abhaya Sthiti. And Bhaya will continue to stay as long as there is Dvaita. Dvaita will continue to stay as long as Advaita Brahman is not experienced as our own self. That is why this particular Anuvaka, as I said yesterday, conveys so many salient, important things of Vedanta. We only have to have that very subtle intellect, applied intellect, to grasp every one of them. A highly scholarly Upanishad by itself is for highly scholarly people. In that, such portions are much, much more deeper. If we can catch them, then we are really progressing in our spiritual understanding. पहले understanding में आगे बढ़ो, then practice करो, तो even experience also we grow in. Now the contrast picture is given. यदा हि एव एष एतस्मिन् उदरमन्तरं कुरुते. Even little differentiation, Dvaito, you imagine or project or accept in this Brahman, in any form, you and the God, you and the Jagat, you and other Jivas, a little bit also you do, then there is Bhayam. I'm just telling you the literal meaning of this Anuvaka again, then we'll study with Bhashyam. Now, this thing has 100% beautiful matching up with what we have concluded yesterday, the 5th chapter of Bhagavatam in the 12th skanda by Shukadeva. What did he say? When he said, Aham Brahma Parandhama, Brahmaham Paramam Padam, उसके बाद क्या होगा? एवं आत्मानम आत्मस्थम आत्मनैवामृष प्रभो, then बुद्ध्यानुमान गर्भिण्या वासुदेवानुचिंतया, then अहम ब्रह्म परम धाम ब्रह्माहम परम पदम, then एवं समीक्षन आत्मानम आत्मनि निष्कले निधाय, then what did he said? दशंतकम तक्षकम पादे लेलिहानम विशाननैहि, then dakshantam takshakam pade lelihanam vishananaihi, then the deham and all of that, you will not see them as other than the self. Na drushyase atmanah bhinnam. Did you remember that sentence? Dashantam takshakam pade lelihanam vishananaihi deham api atmana vyatiriktam na drishyate. So therefore, we explained yesterday that Takshaka, the snake, his fangs is a, what do you say, the poison, and he is licking our feet or his feet there, Takshaka. Then he has bitten it. That feet, that deha, the poisoning of happening, that all of them are, none of them are other than the self. When everything is self, one without second, then the duality is devalued. When duality is not there, Dvaitam, there is no Bhayam. When there is no Bhayam, there is no Samsaram. Exactly what we studied here is this one. Edahi eva esha etasmin ut aram antarang kurute. Ut aram means thoda sa bhi farak dekhta hai, duality dekhta hai, difference dekhta hai, then the Bhayam comes. And now you see how we are with our misguided education, on the name of education, our stupidity, ignorance is taught. How many ways we create and establish the differences and differentiations, and then want to be happy, and by becoming fearless. Misery and fear go together. Happiness and fearlessness go together. Only when we are fearless, we are happy. Okay, we cannot. And only when there is duality, there is fear. Only one without second, there is fear. 1,000 people are there, but yet all are one only. If you know, one community, there is no fear. उसमें एक बंदा आ गया थोड़ा अलग वाला, सेंस ऑफ ड्यूअलिटी आ गया, फ्रॉम दैट पर्सन एवरीबॉडी इज अफ्रेड. देखो जादू ये माया का, ये द्वैत का, बहुत कॉन्टेम्पलेट करना है उसके लिए. You have to first of all reach to the level of contemplation by lifting our intellect from the useless samsara. अब उसी के लिए हमको जन्म जन्म लग रहे हैं. ना हम छोड़ते जगत को, ना जगत हमको छोड़ता है. अब कहाँ बैठ के ध्यान करोगे? बैठ भी गए तो ध्यान जगत का ही हो रहा है. So प्रभु को पूछना पड़ता है, हे भगवान प्लीज मेक मी withdrawn. Today you will see again in the last slokas the clarity of our Raja Muchukunda. Very clearly he said, हे भगवान सब कुछ मैं consciously deliberately छोड़कर requesting you to give me to detachment. I just want to enter into you, the Brahman only. I want nothing else. Now, these subtle chapters, subtle topics, every we are studying throughout morning, evening, afternoon. But how much of it is entering into us, I don't know, we don't know. For me as a speaker, for you as listeners. तो सुनने तक का हमको मौका या ब्लेसिंग्स मिल गए. हे भगवान एनीवे सुनने का दे रहा मौका, प्लीज मेच्योर अस बाय रिसीविंग इट, अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट, अवॉइडिंग इन इट. May this listening doesn't go waste. गिड़गिड़ाते हुए भगवान के चरण में पढ़कर, we have to request him, beg him. Then only these subtle things enter us, then they transform our life from bondage to liberation. अथ तस्य भयं भवति तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषः अमन्वानस्य. So the vidushah, the knowledgeable person, whose knowledge is the reality given to the Dvaita, he will be always in bhaya. He can never be happy. You send him to Brahmaloka, Indraloka, Chandraloka, he will see the neighbors, they maintain the differences. Then with the difference, he gets frightened and he gets miserable. तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. Then there is a huge shloka for this in the Rigveda mantra to substantiate the Advaita Bhairahitya Advaita Bhaya. Advaita Bhairahitya Moksha. Advaita Bhaya is Bandhanam. Duality, fear is bondage. Non-duality, fearlessness is liberation. Therefore, heart in heart, throughout the life, let us practice this. It is nothing other than Brahman. One Brahman alone is permeating everywhere. I'm not going to value the differences. I'm going to see the one substratum. Slowly, when we do that, we start developing oneness with others. In that oneness, the love develops. When the love develops, all dualities are given up. When the dualities are given up, there's no samsara. This is how the Advaita Jnana ka abhyasa karna hota hai. You imagine a state of our evolution where intellectually and practically we have just made everything is one Brahman, which is my own self. सब मेरे हैं, like my own hand, leg, all are me only. So do you have fear with any of my body parts? Then do you have any misery with them? No. But each part is different, each name is different, function is different, makeup is different, its position is different. कोई कोई parts तो दूसरे part को अभी जाने भी नहीं. Did our eye anytime see our back? पीठ को, सब कुछ को देखता है दुनिया. आपने पीठ को देखा क्या? Not in the mirror reflection or in any YouTube, what do you call this, camera, etc. आँख नहीं. But फिर भी they are all part of me, parts of me. One, I am permeating in them. Oneness है, इसलिए there is no dvesha or yuddha or fighting with them. Therefore, there is no fear also. We have to rise to that knowledge. Why are we giving value to this tentative Rupa Nama and their differences and creating the fears and miseries? We have to question like that. Whether it is sun or moon or star or mountains or rivers or the animals or birds or the trees or human beings, हर एक में एक ही है. हरि को हरि में देखा, हर को हरि में देखा, हरि को हर में देखा, हर में हरि को ही देखना. देखो, ये प्रैक्टिस करना होता है. But for practice, you have to have a basic conviction knowledge. Upanishads are giving this knowledge logically, that there is one Brahman alone is permeating all. Then this problem with the Upanishadic knowledge, Vedantic knowledge, eternally remains for a doubting fellow, that he is not in Vyavahara, he is not having any Vishesha, therefore how to accept his presence? That problem eternally remains till the experience of it is gained. Experience nobody gains if he doesn't practice. Practice will he never do unless he has a faith. Just by Upanishad's teaching that in the Guha, in the Hridaya Guha, beyond that Siddhabhasa and Chitta, the Satbrahma is there, still we are not shown the Brahman. We are told only. Understood? Even here also you have to only believe, have faith, and then just go inside. Now we understand how much importance is the faith in Shruti Mata. Shruti Mata की बातों पे अगर faith नहीं है हमको, that she is saying that he is there in the Hridaya Guha as the Vishesha and Avabhasaka and Pratyaya. Vishesha is Jnata Dashta Manta. Avabhasaka is Siddhavasa. Pratyaya is Chit Swarupa. Then as Sat Swarupa, Shruti Mata is saying, but she is not showing. But it cannot be shown. It has to be experienced. If you have faith in her, I practice it. When I practice, I get experience. After experiencing, you can never show that experience to everyone. You have to say what Shruti Mata said, that alone. That fellow also will have to have faith like you, that he'll have to practice and then he come to experience. After that, he also will fail again to show it to others. It cannot be seen or shown, it has to be experienced. In this way, millions of years say continuously, the struggle is going on. The Guru has experienced, but he can't show. He can only tell. Only those disciples who have heard among them, who have the Shraddha in the words of Guru and Shastra, they pursued it and they got experience. Then he got 100 people around. To them again he taught the same thing. Among the 100, 90 did not believe because it is not seen or not in Vyavahara or Nirvishesha. 90 ran away. The 10 only believed Guru. Among those 10, they realized him, one in one life, other in other life. They again became Guru. That's how only through having faith in the presence and following the Shruti Mata's indication that we reach to the experience of Brahman. Even after experience, it cannot be explained. It cannot be shown. That is why first sentence of this asanneva sabhavati asad brahmeti veda chet. Sixth anuvaka I am telling. Asti brahmeti ched veda santamenam tato vidu. See the exuberant joy of Shruti Mata and Guru or the Acharyas or Gurus, Rishis, that the fellow who has just accepted Brahman as, immediately out of their joy, they are certifying this fellow as the Santa. So much they have the joy because if he believes, he will definitely reach. We can't make him believe. He has believed. No, he is going to be a saint. In advance, we congratulate him. But the other fellow doesn't believe. They will never pursue. They will never reach. Therefore, is asanneva sabhavati. See, asti brahmeti chedveda santam. The moment he starts believing, he is certified that he is santa now. What is, see that Shruti Mata की कृपा है. देखो श्रद्धा का ये ताकत है. श्रद्धा के अलावा और किसी को ताकत नहीं है हमको इस मार्ग में ले जाने के लिए. बिकॉज द परमात्मा अनुभूति इज सच, इट इज इनएक्सप्लिकेबल टू एनी उपाधिस. इट कैनॉट बी शोन विथ एनी सिमिली मेटाफर्स और कंपैरिजंस बिकॉज देयर इज नथिंग लाइक हिम. व्हेन ही इज देयर ही अलोन इज देयर एक्चुअली. उनकी तरह कोई होता है तो दिखा सकते हो ऐसे होते भाई जाके ढूंढो अगर मिल गया मान लो कि वो ये है. इज इट नॉट? सी दैट स्ट्रगल. इवन नाउ फ्रॉम लास्ट 3 years वी आर स्टडीइंग स्टिल ब्रह्म है कि नहीं कि ब्रह्म तो छोड़ा ही नहीं हमारा अभी. सुन तो रहे भाई स्वामी जी ठीक है आप कहीं जा रहे हो दिखाते नहीं हो लगता है आपको भी ब्रह्म नहीं मिला. दिस इज हाउ इट गोज ऑन. दिस इज अ माया का महामाया. Any other Jagat is Maya. And the Mahamaya is what? We study the Shastra, struggle and all. Still we are in vagueness. That is why Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhya Avadharana Sa Shraddha Katita Sadbhi Yaya Vastu Upalabhyate. Only by this the Vastu is gained. What? That is Shraddha. What is Shraddha? Shastra और गुरु वाक्य में सत्य बुद्धि से उसका अवधारणा करना. Practice it. अब luckily क्या है ना, if somebody really enters into Hridaya Guha, he will find the Brahman there. Nobody failed in finding him if he goes there. But to go there, one has to have Shraddha. And at the same time, you have the guts to say no to the entire world, which is very enchanting, very beautiful, very welcoming, inviting, providing all the things. है कि नहीं? अब अमेरिका में सारे पॉवर्टी आके धक्का देंगे तो then they come to India, all NRIs. If it is so beautiful, so enjoyable, so wonderful, why will they come? They will express, Swamiji, we have been seeing spirituality, that's why we do that only. They talk. In the same way, when the outer world is so enchanting, why will any go inside to that Parabrahma who is not seen? Now you understand why? The spiritual seekers are very rare. This type of spiritual seekers. The truth mongering, truth deciding, truth demanding seekers. उपासनाएं करके उत्तम लोक को पाने वाले करोड़ों में है तो दिखते हैं वो. Among them, like at this moment in the India, there are 10 lakhs of temples. And an average 10 लगाओ, 1 करोड़ लोग मंदिर में है आज. Okay, 1 crore. Now, how many of them are seeking the reality? How many of them are seeking the worldly things from the God? वो तो होते हैं वैसे. But seeking the truth are only few like you and I in the class. ऐसे कुछ classes होते होंगे जहाँ वेदांत का विचारणा हो रहा होगा. असन्नेव स भवति. All that we have seen now. असद ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत अस्ति ब्रह्मेति. That's the sixth anuvaka. असत्वा इदमग्रासि ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग्ग स्वयं अकुरुत तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यत यद्वै तत्सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसगह्यवायं लब्ध्वा आनन्दी भवति को ह्येव अन्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेष आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् एष हि एव आनन्दयाति यदा हि एष एव एतस्मिन् अदृश्ये अनात्मे अनिरुक्ते अनिलयने अभयप्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अतः सः अभयङ्गतो भवति. यदा हि एव एष एतस्मिन् उत्तरम् अन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवति तत्तु एव भयं विद्याम् अन्मन्वानस्य. तदपि एष श्लोकः भवति. So I have explained you this Anuvaka like the sixth one also. Now we will study it through the Bhashyam. So 2 parts are over. The third part we have to see. अतच इतच अस्ति. See, यद्वै तत्सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसग्रहेवायं लब्ध्वा आनंदी भवति. This is the mantra we studied yesterday, day before. Little bit again we add today. See, yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha. Bhashyakara writes this and says, I am explaining this now. Be attentively listen. He, first of all, yadvai tat sukrutam means yadvai tat sukrutam, that Brahman, which is sukrutam. Because earlier it is said, tasma tat sukrutam uchyata iti, that Brahman himself is called as sukrutam now. See, the subtlety of Upanishads and Rishis, a very high level of sharpest intellect they have. उनको पकड़ना है तो हमें इतना शुद्ध अंतःकरण होना है हमको. Like in the 5th, 6th Anuvaka, with all struggle, they made us accept the Brahman is. How the 6th, 7th Anuvaka started? By naming the Brahman as Asat. सत्य प्रूव करके उनको आप असत से इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हो या एड्रेस कर रहे हो. See the testing the Shruti does to the intellect of the listener, student. And the students also must be of the highest caliber. Then only they understand the intricacies said or the subtle things used by the Upanishad or Shruti Mata. थोड़ा भी उनको श्रुति माता में डाउट हो गया, उनके शब्दों में डाउट हो गया, तो then he will go away, he will fall down from the pursuit. That is why it is called the path of razor edge. Here also, it started with asadva idamagra asit tato vai sadjayata, then tadatmanagga swayam akuruta. Because of it, tatma tat sukrutam uchyate. He is called as sukrutam. Concluded. Now the Brahma alone is sukrutam. Sukrutam alone is the Brahma Sat Swarupa, and he is called as Asat because in him the Jagat of Rupa Nama is not yet manifest. So here, Yadvai Tat Sukrutam, that which is Sukrutam, which is what Sukrutam now? Brahman only. Why Brahman is Sukrutam? Called all the earlier explanation. Yadvai Tat Sukrutam, we are into Raso Vai Saha. Saha Rasaha Vai. Vai means indeed, in fact, exactly. Saha Rasaha. So जो सुकृत जिसका नाम दिया गया ब्रह्म का वही रस है. तो by using the word sukrutam to the Brahma, by using the word rasa to the Brahma, by using the word sat asat to the Brahma, by using the word sat to the Brahma, the Shruti Mata is as if confusing us only to tell that every name given to even Brahma also is not the purpose. Through that name or the meaning, you have to reach to the experience in whom there is no name, there is no form, there is no jati, dravya, guna, kriya, कुछ भी नहीं उस ब्रह्म में, बस ही is. अलग अलग नाम देकर वो कंफ्यूज कर रहे हैं कि नहीं. सत ब्रह्म कहा, फिर उसके बाद असद कहा, देन सुकृतम कहा. ना इसको कहते हैं रस कह रहे. रसो वही सहा. यद वही तत् सुकृतम रसो वही सहा. That Sukrita Brahma alone is Rasa Brahma. Now what is his name now? Rasa. What is the Rasa? Raso nama Trupti Hetu. Not Trupti. Trupti ke Hetu ko Rasa कहते हैं. And it's again Trupti you can express on your face. हाँ, तृप्ति हो गई. आपको देखकर भी लोगों को पता होता है कि तृप्त हो गया. Like when they're serving food to you in the beginning, so much hungry, all restlessness. Then after 2 hours you ate everything. देखो वहाँ लिखा है लंच का टाइम 1 से 3 बजे. तो टू oblige them 2 घंटे बैठ गए. So on the face they look at. There is a contentment. Till that time, till the last item is got served and eaten, there is asantrupti. But trupti हो गया. Now trupti किस लिए होता है? रस आस्वादन के कारण. रस आस्वादन cannot be shown. Therefore, rasaha is equal to trupti hetuhu. Okay. So, raso nama trupti hetuhu. And what is the trupti hetu? Ananda karaha. Which again gives the ananda. तो रस तृप्ति का हेतु है, आनंद कारण है. आनंद का भी कारण है. So, when there is a rasa, there is only ananda. When there is rasa, there is only trupti. And what is rasa? You can't say. So, raso nama trupti hetuhu ananda karaha. For example, what? Madhura amladi prasiddha loke. So when madhura, the meetha is sweet, amla, the sour things, and each, depending on each one's liking, when he tastes it, Now, you can't mention what is that sweetness of the mango or sourness of, let us say, kacha mango or imli. You cannot put it, but you have experienced it, that rasa. And then it has given an ananda, it gave a trupti. Again, by using the word rasa, again is not defining Brahman. रस का एक्सप्रेशन इज कॉल्ड तृप्ति एंड आनंद. तृप्ति एंड आनंद कम से कम चेहरे से दिखा सकते हैं. अब रस को कैसे दिखाएं? नहीं दिखा सकते, इसलिए उसको नाम भी ब्रह्म को दिया है. देखो रसो वही सह ब्रह्म इज रस स्वरूप. रसो नाम तृप्ति तो आनंद कर आम्ल तिक्तादि और मधुर आम्लादि प्रसिद्ध लोके. नाउ द इम्पोर्टेंट डिस्कशन. रसः एव रसम एव अयम लब्ध्वा प्राप्य आनंदी सुखी भवति. People are happy because of gaining that rasa. Just common simple discussion. Today थोड़ा हम करेंगे, एक लेवल तक ले जाएंगे, फिर आगे कंटिन्यू कल करेंगे. रसः एव अयम लब्ध्वा आनंदी भवति. In the obtaining of the rasa only there is ananda. Point 1. रसम ही एव अयम लब्ध्वा. अयम मीन्स अयम जीव, अयम कोई भी हो, अयम आनंदी भवति. नहीं, इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हाट डिस्कशन. न असतः आनंद हेतुत्वं दृष्टम लोके. इफ देयर इज नथिंग फ्रॉम नथिंग एज अ कारण, आनंद कैनॉट कम. आनंद का हेतु राहित्य नहीं होता, एक हेतु होना ही चाहिए. जस्ट लाइक दैट खाम का कोई खुश नहीं होता, पागल बंदे को छोड़कर उसके दिमाग में वो चल रहा है, इसलिए वो आनंदी है. Again I am repeating the sentence. These are the very crucial sentences. इसी में सारा वेदांतिक विचारणा अंडरस्टैंडिंग होता है. ये मिस किया तो सब मिस. So those who are blessed by the Guru God and Guru Parampara, to them that alertness is given at that time, they are able to catch. So let us always be in that prayerful mood to God and Guru and alert mode to catch such things. Discussion is what? Rasam eva ayam labdva prapya anandi sukhi bhavati. Only obtaining the rasa, somebody is becoming anandi or sukhi. Na asataha ananda hetutvam drushtam loke. From the asat or unmanifest or non-existing thing, आनंद किसी को दिखता नहीं और अनुभव में नहीं आता. असत is not ananda hetu. Absence is not the cause of the ananda. Therefore, for the ananda, some presence should be required. Therefore, okay, first see how he is developing the topic. First is what? Tikta, Amla, Madura example he gave. Then they are said to be rasa. But that rasa is the one which gives trupti and ananda. That rasa which gives trupti and ananda is called as Brahma. So raso vai saha. Yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha. And what is rasa? Trupti and ananda hetu. Now the next discussion is what? The trupti or ananda can never come from absence. Source of absence means without the cause or the presence of something, just like that trupti ananda will not come. Clear? Be attentive about that. कुछ भी होगा. It can be an object grasa or it can be thought subtler. आम खाया नहीं आप, लेकिन आम का मन में आया विचार. That itself can become a source of happiness. Some people feel happy, contented. Now I got diabetes, never mind, I don't eat mango. But then in my childhood young age, I ate a lot of things. That's why Bhagwan ने कहा तुम्हारा कोटा हो गया जन्म का, he gave me diabetes, I'm not worried. So he remember those days and he's enjoying. So subtly he's remembering. It's called Vichara Anugata Samprajnat Samadhi, which we are going to study in our Yoga Darshana slowly. Now the discussion is this beautiful. कि बाह्य आनंद साधन रहिताः. Without the bahya ananda sadhana, external sources to be for happiness, api bahya sadhana ananda sadhana rahitaha. Without the external sources of happiness, point 1. 2, anihaha, without desire. Third one, without action. Action only gives result. Without any actions. Third one, nireshanaha, without the eshana. Matlab without desire, without desire prompted action, without the result of the action. These three के बिना भी be attentive. Brahmana, there are some enlightened people. बाह्य रस अलाभात, बाह्य रस लाभात इवा. Just like the outer rasa people are getting with the outer objects. In the same way, without outer object, without the karma, without any desire, they are sanandaha drishyante vidvamsaha. So the Brahmagnani vidvamsas are also in the bliss and happiness like the people outsiders. Difference between both of them is what? For the outsiders, the ananda is coming because of some hetu. Hetu is an object. Object they obtain because of karma. Karma they did because of there's ashana, the desire. So the desire resulted into action, action led to the result. The result is an object, contacting that object, all the world people are happy. Now, same happiness the Brahmagyanis are gaining. Be attentive. But them in them, neither there is desire, nor there is action, nor there is an outer object as a product of that action. Karma phala. Hai nahi. Then think. Homework is given to you. Where from that so happiness coming to them then? If the happiness is not coming from the object because object is not there in them, from the karma because karma they have not done, from the desire because they never have desire, still they are happy. Point is this: neither kamana nor karma phala. Yet they are happy. Bahya rasa labhat ivas anandaha dushyante vidvamsaha. Therefore, for them, then what must be the source of ananda? Therefore, nunam brahma eva rasaha tesha. तो तृप्ति जो आनंद हो रहा है उनको, वो रस के कारण हो रहा है. कौन सा रस है वो? जो हमने कहा रसो वैसा ब्रह्म रस. Therefore, in them the Brahman is there. That Brahma rasa ananda they are enjoying without any bahya ananda alambana. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Brahman asti. Tasmat asti tat tesham ananda karanam rasavala rasavat brahma. ब्रह्म ज्ञानियों में आनंद का कारण रस स्वरूपी ब्रह्म है. देखो ब्रह्म है कि नहीं है? अस्ति ब्रह्म इति चेत वेद. That is the beauty. That much logical thinking has to be done to accept the presence of Brahman, then pursue him by crossing all the panchakoshas, then you experience it. Everybody is not interested in civil services or becoming a huge. उनको थोड़ा कोई नौकरी मिल जाए, कोई दिन खाने के लिए जो मिल जाए उतना नौकरी है तो okay. People are not ambitious, not everyone. Let us say out of 35 crores of Indian youth, और 40 करोड़ है 140 में, उतने मानो 31. How many are ambitious? यार become a big politician, artist? 0.005% भी नहीं होते. बाकी सबको कुछ ना कोई नौकरी मिल जाए, थोड़ा खाने को पीने को मिल जाए, कोई हमको तंग ना करे तो खाकर टीवी देखकर सो जाएंगे. Nobody is ambitious. Very rare few are there. In the same way, to go to the source of everything called Brahma Rasa, Brahma Ananda, Brahma Trupti, very few are interested. हमको ये नहीं होगा, इतना काफी है. Like some people trying to go to वैष्णो देवी और केदारनाथ, 2 किलोमीटर चलकर उनसे होता नहीं अभी, एंड जैसे हम इधर से नमस्कार किए, हम जा रहे हैं पीछे. Are you understanding what is said? In the same way, even to have the ambition or the goal of Brahma Tattva itself is a great achievement. Through the regular vigorous study of Shastra, that is created in us if we allow it to create. गुरु लोग क्रिएट करे, कोशिश करते हैं. अगर हम अलो करते हैं तो धीरे धीरे वो ब्रह्म प्राप्ति का इच्छा बढ़ेगा. दैट इटसेल्फ इज वेरी रेयर. मोस्ट ऑफ द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स वांट व्हाट? थोड़ा दुख ना रहे, सुख मिल जाए बस. इज इट नॉट? ओबीडिएंट हस्बैंड एंड एवरी मनी गिविंग इन लॉस, वेरी सर्विस ओरिएंटेड चिल्ड्रन, ए गुड हाउस, वन कुत्ता. दिस मच इज देयर. मैं खुश 90% ऐसे ही है, बिकॉज दे जस्ट केम फ्रॉम द एनिमल योनि. तो ये बेटर सुख दे वांट. Only very few are there who are of the high level of contemplation to know exists some Brahman and desire to have Brahmanamurti. Even now we are from last 3 years studying, or more than that, how many of us have the intense desire that I must experience Brahma Tattva? So eko soch lo. Even as a speaker I am talking, how much do I have? Depending on that only my sadhana of pursuing Brahman. Apart depending on that only I move ahead. ठीक है, इतना काफी है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन इज व्हाट? को हेवान्यात कप्राण्यात, दैट विल स्टडी. रसज्ञ रसो वै सह रसज्ञ हेवायम रद्वा आनंदी भवति. दिस टू वी हैव सीन. यद्वै तत्सुकृतम रसो वै सह रसज्ञ हेवायम लब्ध्वा आनंदी भवति. दैट मच वी हैव सीन. को हेवान्यात कप्राण्यात, दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट वी हैव टू स्टडी. और रसज्ञ हेवायम लब्ध्वा आनंदी भवति थोड़ा सा हमको पढ़ना है, कल हम देखेंगे. जस्ट फर्स्ट डे सच न्यू टॉपिक्स अपियर टू बी लिटिल वेग. 3-4 दिन आप डेली सुनते हो ना, स्लोली इट बिकम्स फेमिलियर. Becoming familiar and losing that fear is first thing. Then becoming fully acquainted with the knowledge and getting inspired is second thing. Converting or translating that inspiration into sadhana is third thing. Keep on doing sadhana till the goal is reached is fourth thing. Once the goal is reached, establishing that is fifth thing. Then don't come from there. That is all. That way we very serious, sincere in our study, sadhana, reaching Paramatma. Thank you. Om, 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 Om. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you, dear friends. Good patience you have shown today.